For this one, we're going to use a band. Now, I'm not too in favor of using bands when it comes to gymnastics, but it does have its place sometimes if utilized correctly. I used to be very much against this progression, just because there is so much shit on the internet when it comes to this band and athletes utilize it wrong. But I'm going to try to clear the ground a little bit and explain exactly what I need and what I'm looking for out of this in order for it to actually make a positive transfer to the ring muscle and not detrimental to it. So put your band inside the ring. I just looped it through like this, and you're going to be sitting on it at the back and holding on the other side. The other side, I'm just putting it over and then holding on to the ring as itself here. You don't need to false grip or anything like that, just looping it over and then gripping it, so that when you sit on it, you're actually nice and comfortable on the ring. Okay? The strength of the ring is going to depend on you and your level, but if you need to use 3 or 4 bands, then you're not ready for this yet. Okay? So our position that we want to be in is going to be a hollow position, and what's very important is the feet and the shoulders should more or less be at the same height. Remember what I said, if it's upside down or if the feet are higher, then it's going to be detrimental to the transfer of it. So sit back onto the ring, have your arms straight, in a hollow position, so this will be your starting position. That hollow shape or dish position in gymnastics, because that's going to be the position we're going to transfer from over the rings. So the next part is usually where athletes mess up the transition. What you want to do next is you want to be moving from a hollow to an arch to a hollow to an arch position, and making sure that these shapes are respected, because these shapes are going to be the shape that creates potential energy to kip from to transfer over the rings. Very important. When you do it, you should not move the feet. So when you sit back and you go hollow arch, your feet should more or less be stuck in space and time. This is tricky, but this needs to happen in order for center of mass to actually move. So position, hollow arch, hollow arch, hollow arch, hollow. Arms stay straight. What could go wrong? You saw that the previous one, the one that I did, which is the correct one, the hips were actually moving up and down. If we merely say that I'm looking for a hollow and arch position, we can totally do it wrong by not moving the center of mass, which means your hips are not going to get close enough to the rings to actually transfer. A wrong one would look like this. You're still in a hollow position, but now you're moving the feet and your center of mass doesn't move. It stays there at the same point where it was. Now we can't respect the kipping, which is kipping is moving center of mass from A to B using some sort of momentum or kipping movement. If your feet stay in the position, you're good to go. If your feet don't, I have a solution. We get a bench. We place a bench under the feet, and the bench will be your kind of marker or safety, but you don't want to touch the bench. So we sit on it again, I loop into it. So I'm going to do exactly the same drill as I did, but this time I don't want to touch the bench. So position, feet are up, hollow, arch, hollow, arch, hollow, arch, hollow. In this way now, we help and we start to educate that the feet should stay in the same place. They shouldn't rise higher, they shouldn't drop further, and they should just be on the skipping point so that we can change the center of mass.